like, what am I doing? Like, I know this is wrong. And it really hit me hard Thanksgiving morning when I woke up and realized that I wasn't going to be able to see my kids for the holiday. Take accountability for my own actions and actually do what I'm supposed to. It's never going to get any better.
Did you really think I was going to buy your story?
I even went and got super glue to try to super glue it back together.
Pardon?
I even got super glue from the store to try to super glue it back together.
Yeah. What are we going to do on this?
He has to be there. I have no help. My dad's in Serbia. My mom's unreliable. My car has been broken down for months now. I don't have anywhere to go.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Reed. Mr. Reed, state your name for the record, please.
Timothy Reed III.
This was adjourned out due to a bond violation for a tether tamper. I am asking the court if Mr. Reed can plead no contest to that for potential criminal and civil liability.
I'm not going to have no problem. I will not have a problem with a no contest plea to the violation. Although I have some concerns that I was receiving information that he had not cut the strap, but
my concern, Your Honor, I think is ready for that. My advice to him is a no contest plea because of the liability. He was informed when the tether was placed that if he tampers with it, he can be charged. I know Your Honor has seen people be charged. So that's my concern right now.
Okay, I understand what your concern may be. I'm just telling you how, as I look at the pictures, it's clear to me it's cut.
Well, given that,
I'll accept there's no contest plea to the violation. I'm not saying that I won't.
Yeah. Would Your Honor give me a chance to speak with him in holding, and he can decide what he wants to do given what the court has said?
I think because we have to wait because we got one Spanish at the end anyway back. Okay, yeah, I'll take it back.
Okay.
Yes.
Excuse me. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with Mr. Reed in holding. I have explained all of his options, and I think he wants to move forward and admit to the violation today.
Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
You did not, and the violation would be that the tether was cut.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
All right, and you admit to that.
Yes, sir.
I think Mr. Reed, I'm going to let him speak on his own behalf. He's mentioned to me that he wants to speak to Your Honor.
Go ahead.
So yes, I did intentionally cut the tether, but once I did it, something snapped in my head, and I realized I was like, what am I doing? Like, I know this is wrong, and I immediately got a hold of the emergency tether line. Called them, told them, what happened, and they had me send.
Well, you gave a version of what happened. Yeah,
a version instead of telling the truth, which I definitely need to do point blank. Because when you don't tell the truth, it just makes things worse. I did send pictures in. I still went to community corrections the next morning to get a new tether, and still showed up to court. I've definitely had a lot of time to reflect on what I've done these last 2 weeks. It really hit me hard Thanksgiving morning when I woke up and realized that I wasn't going to be able to see my kids for the holiday. And then I called my sister to ask if the kids were going to be at my family's Thanksgiving. And then when I found out that they weren't and I wasn't going to be able to talk to them that day, that also hit me really hard. And realizing that I don't take accountability for my own actions and actually do what I'm supposed to, it's never going to get any better.
Did you really think I was going to buy your story?
I'm going to be honest with you, no.
Then why'd you keep doubling down?
I have no idea, sir.
I'm looking at the cut on it, and I had it pretty much figured out.
Yeah, I even went and got super glue to try to super glue it back together.
Pardon?
I even got super glue from the store to try to super glue it back together. And then I realized that wasn't working. So
I mean, what were you thinking when you just decided you were going to cut it?
I'll be honest, I don't know. I don't plan on running or anything. I've got kids that I want to be able to see, and I want to get out of this whole process and be able to continue on with life and not get in trouble again. I know what I did was completely wrong, and it should have never happened in the first place.
And you know, had you just told the truth over here, on November 17th?
Yes, sir.
Probably would have been out for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I realized that.
All around this is just stupid.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to say before I sentence on this?
Nothing, Your Honor. I'd ask that the court sentence him to credit for time served and reinstate his personal bond. As we say at the bench, he's being seen by Judge Perry on Wednesday. His bond there is denied, but she's kind of indicated she's waiting to see what Your Honor does.
Sentence you to 14 days, Westmont County Jail credit, 14 days served. Your previous bond with its conditions is reinstated. Ma'am, you are trying to address the court. What is she? Yeah, what are we going to do on this?
I'm asking to for final settlement.
Did you want to address me as to bond?
You'll sit where Natalie's
You need to have a sir.
She's already holding it together by a thread, and then it starts to unravel. The pressure hits before the words fully land. You can hear it in her voice: job gone, health slipping, kids struggling without him. This isn't strategy anymore, this is survival spilling into the courtroom. She keeps going, faster now, stacking problem on top of problem. Rent, illness, no support, nowhere to turn. And just as the emotion peaks, the reality quietly pushes back in. The judge isn't interrupting, but he's not shifting either. Because underneath all of it, one fact doesn't move. This situation didn't appear overnight, it followed a decision. And right here you can feel it. Emotion trying to outweigh consequence, but not quite getting there.
Right? Because I am in that state right now. But because he's been in jail, I have lost my job. I really just hope that you can release him. And I've also been sick for like the last 2 weeks. My kids have been obscenely misbehaving because they miss him, and my daughter has a neurodegenerative disease, doesn't understand what's going on. Her speech has gotten worse, it was getting better, and I just need him released so I can work and pay rent.
I understand that, but you also understand how it turned out that he ended up in custody.
Yeah, that's his decision. I mean, that was his.
No,
Well, anyways, but seriously, like, if I become homeless again, because I can't pay rent, the only way my kids can be safe and still be able to go to school, because shelters are probably full right now, is that he goes back to his sisters, because we have a great co-parenting thing where he takes them on the weekends. His sister already agreed, because she knows the situation, to take the kids. But he has to be there. I have no help. My dad's in Serbia. My mom's unreliable. My car has been broken down for months now. I don't have anywhere to go with my kids. I can manage myself, but I can't manage myself with my kids because I don't have any support.
I understand. And quite frankly, back on the 17th, I wish I hadn't had to do what I did.
And I think he, at this point, has learned. He is pretty... I think he's just manic, and that's probably why he did that, to be honest.
What?
Manic. He has bipolar.
All right. Okay.
I'm being serious.
Well, he's going to get out.
Okay.
Okay.
Can it be before Friday?
Getting out of jail?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to let him go today.
Oh.
You want me to keep him till Friday?
No.
You got something to do?
No. I ended up getting a new job. It's only part-time, but I work Friday, and they don't go to school on Fridays.
I sentenced him to 14 days, credit 14 served,
Okay.
stated his previous bond conditions.
Thank you.
All right.
I really
He
appreciate
will be out as of today at whatever point the jail releases him.
Okay.
Okay.
I really appreciate it. I'm serious.
It sounds like relief, but listen closely, it's controlled. The decision is already made before the words fully settle in. He's getting out today, but not because the pressure worked. That outcome was locked in earlier. She rushes to adjust, trying to shape the timing, the logistics. Friday, work the kids, but the court doesn't bend that way. The structure stays firm, even as everything around it feels unstable. And then just like that, it's over. Gratitude replaces urgency, stress replaces emotion, and the moment closes without resistance. Because in the end, this wasn't a negotiation. It was a resolution catching up to choices already made.
Not a problem. All right.
I'm just stressed.
Yes. All right. Take care.